Christ, what a day. I'll have a jug of wine.
Careful.
Thanks for the herbal brew you sent me. My shoulder's feeling a lot better.
Easy. Nice and slow.
Oh! Mind where you're going.
Hi, talking to you.
A good-looking man like you working as a guard? Seems like a shame to me.
Huh? I have to... so that...
That what, handsome?
Well, so that... I mean,
Will you be here all day?
nearly all day.
So I'll see you when I come back.
But you have to pay to...
See you later then.
Go! Ka! 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 Quick! Go! 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 Quick!
I've done nothing to you.
But I'll do
Fuck!
kill you! Show what you...
Sick!
Jesus! I'm hit!
What do you want?
You alright, my friend?
I am. But only thanks to you.
Wait. Haven't we met before? You're the unlucky one, aren't you?
Aye, that's me all right. You saw that, didn't you? I have nothing for anyone to steal. Thanks to you, though. At least I'm not dead. Much obliged. Unfortunately, I have nothing to reward you with. But God bless you.
No matter. Just take care of yourself. You might not be so fortunate next time.
I'll try. What's your name, anyway?
I'm Henry. You?
Voita. But everyone calls me Lucky.
Really? Now that's funny. Until next time then, Lucky.
Quick! God! Quick!
Whoa, whoa.
Watch out. There are thieves about.
Hey, Tomlin. People around here tell me you have a thunderstone.
People say all sorts of things.
They also say if I beat you in a fight, it's mine.
Those days are over. There was a time I'd put it up for grabs in fights with cocky fools. That much is true. I even had a couple of craftsmen come from the burg to try their luck. But everyone got a thrashing. Well, then I decided to retire. It didn't seem right, and my conscience was getting the better of me. Well, as for you, you've cut the locals down to size. Impressive work. So there's nothing here for you now. But if those fists of yours are still itching, you could try your luck over in Miskovitz. Blood runs hot in those lads, so you'll fit right in like a thumb up an arse. And if you're as stupid as you are brave, there's a shit pit in the burg they call the Hole. They're hard as nails there. Beat the shit out of each other with iron gloves. Fucked up if you ask me, but each to his own.
Look, that's all very well, but it's you I'm here to fight. For the Thunderstone.
Fuck's sake. You're a bleeding half-wit, aren't ya? Let's try again. I'm not fighting for the stone anymore. I found it. It's mine. I'm keeping it.
I challenge you to a fight. Let's fight for the Thunderstone. Or have I made you shit your brays?
The only shit being spouted here is from your mouth. You know you can't win, don't ya? No one's beaten me for as long as I can remember. And besides, I have the stone. So just back off and forget about it. I'm doing you a favour, because I want to spare you the embarrassment and some pretty fucking painful bruises.
Look here, big man. I kicked the arses of Stanley and all the others here. With my finger up my nose at that. So I reckon you'll be soft as shit too. But to give the devil his due, I'd still like to find out for myself.
Yeah, I get it. You're provoking me. Nice try. All right, have it your way. If there's one thing I really hate, it's arrogant, cocky outsiders who think they know it all. Prepare for a beating. You know the rules. No armor. Strip down to your waist. Then we'll meet in the pen. You'll place your wager against the stone, and then you'll get an arse kicking.
Look what I have for you.
that must cost as much as a farm.
I'm ready for this. How about you?
Always.
You've got the stone?
Don't you worry about that. I don't expect to part with it anyway. I'm looking forward to taking your coin instead. Have you got enough?
Here it is. I'm no cheat.
Trust, but back it up with proof, I always say. Well, we have everything we need. Let me just take off my coat and we'll get started.
You fight like little wipe the floor with him! Come on, move, you snail!
You're boring me. Try a little.
You call yourself a fighter?
Useless.
Both of you, with one hand behind her back. My granny can fight better than you. My sister could beat both of you, with one hand behind her back.
You fight like little girls. Come on, move, you
My
snail.
sister could beat both of you, with one hand behind her back.
Show her what you got.
Some punch. You fight like little girls.
Give it all you got. Come on.
Some punch. Call that a
Fight like
punch.
little girls. You
Some punch.
Oh!
My granny can punch harder than you.
move, you snail. Granny can punch harder than you.
My sister can beat both of you, with one hand behind her back. Some punch.
You fight like little girls.
You fight like little girls.
Show your stuff.
Fight like little girls.
Fighter.
Give it all you got.
Fuck me. You're quite the fighter. You surprised me, I grant you, though I hate to admit it. You've earned my admiration, fighter.
I beat you. The prize is mine.
Yeah, you did. But it was close. I almost had you myself.
Close? Not one bit. I was all over you from the start.
Bollocks you were. You're just lucky I fucked up my back yesterday.
No need to be so upset. It's not so bad. Just a little embarrassment and a few bruises, right? But let's not waste time. You owe me my money back and the stone along with it.
You'll get your money back, goes without saying. Here you are.
Perfect. What about the stone?
Well, I can't give you that. Because I don't have it.
What? But the stone was your stake.
No, it wasn't. It was your idea that if you won, I'd give you the stone. I didn't actually promise you anything like that.
Look, you yokel prick. Don't twist this. You tried to hoodwink me, and now you're playing word games.
I suppose it was a bit sneaky of me. But what the hell? I figured if you were up for a fight, I'd at least make a groschen or two out of it. I just wasn't expecting to lose. That's all.
But people said you have a thunderstone. So it's all horseshit.
No, it wasn't made up. I really did find a thunderstone. And I had it right up until the other day when it was stolen. I didn't want word to get out because I'd look like a right fool. So I acted like nothing happened. I'm sorry for leading you on. I didn't mean any harm.
And do you have any idea who might have stolen it from you?
If you ask me, it was that Hansel from Rabosh and his little mate Peter. They were ever so curious about it right before it disappeared.
All right. I'll have a look for them.
Well, when you get to Rabosh, take the main road away from the fortress until you reach the first farm on the right. There are hired hands there. That much I found out. If you find the stone, Please bring it back to me. I'll make sure you're well rewarded. You have my word. I was the one who found it, so by rights, it's mine. It was destined for me. To mess with fate would only bring bad luck and misfortune.
Look, I won fair and square. But I still don't have that thunderstone of yours in my hand. Truth be told, I'm feeling a little cheated. You could at least throw a dog a bone, eh?
Bollocks to that. You got your wager back, so don't be getting greedy now. And you barely won anyway. If you want anything more from me, bring me back my thunderstone.
If you don't cough up, everyone far and wide will hear what a lying bastard you are and how you tried to fuck me over.
If you think you can talk shit to Tomlin Brutans, think again.
Hey, good man. I need to speak with you. Hey!
What are you doing hanging around here, old man? Are you alright?
Not entirely. I'm Sejezek of Holohlavie.
And I'm Henry.
Well, Henry, I'm terribly sorry, but this is an ambush.
What?
Please don't make it harder for me than it already is, and surrender nicely. I don't want to hurt you.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Unfortunately not. Turn out your purse so we can get this over with.
Touch me, and I'll break your legs, you old fool.
Calm yourself, my good fellow. Believe me, this hurts me as much as it does you.
I sincerely doubt it. What kind of peculiar robber are you?
Robber? How dare you insult me so?
What else should I call you?
I am a man of honor. Only I've been a bit down on my luck recently.
So it seems. Even this ambush isn't working out too well for you. What you were shouting at me sounded more like rather rude begging for alms.
And what was I supposed to say?
How should I know? You shouldn't be robbing in the first place.
But I need money.
Well, why not get it honourably? You're a knight. Can't you go and fight somewhere or find someone to protect?
I'd have to get my horse and armor back first. Without them, I'm useless as a knight.
Someone stole your horse and gear. How?
It's a long story.
No matter. I have time enough.
I made my living through honourable service. Most recently as a mercenary in King Sigismund's service.
How could you fight for Sigismund? After all that foreign dog did here?
Petsunia non olet, my friend. You know the saying, money doesn't stink, at least up to a certain point. Our unit was tasked with requisition supplies in Betschwal. That's a village not far from here. Zavish of Garbov, my commander, said the people were starting to cheat the army on supplies. So we were to reweigh and recount everything. And he was right. They were slipping sand into the flour sacks. And they were playing dumb about it. Zavish lost it. And the requisitioning turned into plundering.
I get that soldiers have to eat too, but that's disgusting.
You're absolutely right. Besides, if they gave us as much as they were ordered to, they'd barely survive. I went to Zavish to stop it. What's chivalrous about plundering and killing innocents? In the end, I challenged him to a duel. We wagered our honor, our armor, and our horses.
And you lost it all.
And with it, my place in the army.
Why did you wager everything in the first place? Is it some kind of knightly tradition?
Not always. It's a gesture to show that you really will defend your point of view at all costs.
It's a nice story, but no excuse for ambushing wayfarers.
I just wanted to buy back my things and get the hell out of here. I ambushed you because I knew you'd fight back. I wouldn't rob a helpless man. I still have a bit of honor left.
Well, you reap what you sow. It could have turned out a lot worse. What did you expect?
That's some nerve. He's got straw sticking out of his boots, and he's going to lecture the nobility? Keep your money, and get out of my sight. Ow, you looking for a Christ, I'm hit! I yield! What the? What's your problem?
God! God!
My God.
God! 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 Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Go! Quick!
Come on then! I'll rip your arse open! Fight you!
Show your stuff. You're no match for us, fucker.
Show what you're made of.
Show your stuff. Go fuck yourself. I'm just getting warmed up, you shit.
I surrender.
Fuck you and your surrender.
Enough.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker.
Go! Quick! 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 Ka! Quick! Quick! Go! Da! Da!
to say. Only a blind man can't see it. Sigismund is 1,000 times better than Wenceslas ever was. I hear he's settled in Kuttenberg, and they can't praise him high enough in the city. He kicked out all the dishonest officials and got rid of all the murderers and thieves. And they say they now mine silver so fast they started paving the streets with it. That would never have happened under Wenceslas, I tell you. He didn't look after the kingdom at all. We should all thank God he's finally sent us a good ruler. Just as good as his father, Charles.
Aye, that'll surely
You
piss
have a
everyone
kind
off.
master, eh? Much?
I need to find a Thunderstone, and I heard you might know of one.
Oh yeah? Who told you that then?
Tomlin over Horsham Way told me you pinched his Thunderstone. You and some Hensel fellow. So you better come clean, before I let Tomlin beat the truth out of you.
Fuck me! So Bruthan's made you his lackey? As if that stone hasn't caused enough trouble already.
Watch your tongue. I'm no one's lackey. And you, go on. What happened with the stone?
We fucked up. And all because of that stupid stone. I wish we'd never taken it.
So Tomlin was right. It was you. Where's the stone now?
I haven't the faintest. It was all Hensel's idea and he had it on him the whole time. And before you ask, no, Hensel's not here. Andrew is holding him captive.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm missing something here, and it's not just the stone. So tell me, what the fuck happened?
We wanted to butcher Andrew Ramhead's band of pillagers, but that's easier said than done. So Hensel got the idea that we could borrow Tomlin Bruthan's magic stone from him to help us fight them like, but Tomlin wasn't having it, so we filched it without him knowing, and then set off after those bandits. But everything went to shit. They caught Hensel and almost killed me and Stislav. So, you come a bit late for that fucking stone. Not that it brought us any luck anyway. If I were you, I'd give it up as a lost cause.
Who is this Andrew Ramhead?
A mercenary commander from King Sigismund's army. He's been ordered to guard the roads with his men. Or so he says. But apart from that, they also carry out raids, rob the people, mug merchants and steal cattle. And they make the peasants pay tribute. And of course, after our fuck-up, they've turned the screws and are demanding even more. Another reason for everyone round here to hate me.
How did your assault go?
Hensel led the way. There was him, me, and Stislav. We wore padded doublets and took hunting knives and axes. Stislav had a bow too. We got within earshot when it all went to shit. Stislav stumbled and yelped. Then they noticed us. After that, everything happened so fast. We charged at them, Hensel up front with us behind. Arrows started raining down. They all missed Hensel, but I was shot in the arm. It hurt like hell. I was screaming and scared shitless. So I took to my heels. I met back here with Stislav. They chased him, but he being so lightly dressed and them in armor, they couldn't keep up.
How many of them were there?
I'd say 5, 6.
You went up against 6 of them?
Of course not. We waited for some of them to go on patrol. That left just 3, though heavily armored they were. If we'd caught them by surprise, it might have worked.
Why did you want to kill them?
Why? To stop them doing mischief round here. We wanted to help the village. We could hide in fear and moan, or do something about it. And we also wanted to make a bit of a name for ourselves among the locals.
That was pretty foolish.
You don't say. You think I haven't heard enough of that?
Where's Stislav, anyway?
I don't know. He was a bundle of nerves after what happened. Packed up and left. I've no idea where he went, and I don't blame him. I'm not exactly doing great myself. It really pissed Andrew off, and now he's even nastier to the villagers than before.
What about the Lord in these parts? I mean, there's a fortress here, so he must have plenty of men at arms.
Well, the Lord has decreed that no action is to be taken. He says it's better to put up with these fuckers than to flush them out, because that might raise King Sigismund's hackles and he'd only dispatch more troops. That's what I heard, anyway.
Where can I find this, Andrew?
Are you fucking with me?
No. I'm sorry about what happened to you, but I badly need to find that stone. You don't just lose something like that. And from what you said, it seems I don't have much choice.
I'm telling you, that stone's cursed. Weren't you listening to me?
Can you hear yourself? You attacked a band of hardened mercenaries. Anyone else would have paid for that with their life, but not one of you was killed. Not to mention that this Hensel, the one with the stone, wasn't hit by a single arrow. But you were.
Sakura, I never thought of it that way. You know, you might be right.
You see? Now tell me where this camp of theirs is.
You'll come across some ponds between Raborj and Bohunjovic. Near one of them, there's a fork where wayfarers sometimes camp if they're stuck for a place to stay. From that fork, follow the water downstream, and you should find the ruins of an old mill.
And that's where they're holding Hensel? The one with the stone?
Yeah, there. But if I were you, I'd stay off the path. Take the hill and nip through the woods. You'll get to some rocks overlooking the mill. You'll have a bird's eye view of everything from there. That's the way we went too. But make sure they don't spot you. There's a good chance they've upped their guard after our attack.
Sound advice. Thanks.
Look, what's your plan anyway?
Well, I'm thinking if I can find Andrew, I'll find Hensel. And then I'll finally get to the bottom of this shit with the Thunderstone.
Just be careful, because Andrew's a cunning fucker. Look, since you're going there anyway, I know I'm not in a position to ask you for anything, but still, do you think you could rescue Hensel?
Why doesn't the local lord do it?
'Cause he doesn't give a shit, for Christ's sake. He cares nothing for the likes of us, understand? Hensel's just a stable boy who toils with his hands. No lord's going to do a deal with Andrew for him.
What I'm really after is the stone, so I'm not making any promises about Hensel. Still, it looks like I won't have any other choice. The whole thing's so messy, I reckon it has something to do with the stone's power. So I'm just gonna go there and let what happens happen.
Well, whatever you think, but I'd really appreciate it if you could help him. I'm just worried that sooner or later they'll execute him. I mean, we attacked the king's soldiers, and that's not exactly easily forgiven.
Easy, good horse.
shouldn't be out here alone like this. Awful things have been happening here.
I want to talk to Andrew Ramhead.
All right, you'll find the commander at the entrance to the encampment. But be quick, and no fooling around.
Hey, you there. This is a military encampment, not an alehouse. So you better have good reason to be here. And I'll be glad to hear it. Welcome to my humble encampment, lad. In the name of Sigismund, by the grace of God, King of Hungary and Croatia, tell me what you're doing here and what your intentions are.
I hear you're holding a stable boy captive. One Hensel from Rabors.
Well, you heard right. That bastard and his merry little band wanted to kill us. What I want to know is why you're so interested in this trouble-rousing piece of shit.
I'm after him because he robbed the Bruthans farm in Horsham. I want to bring him in and have him punished to the full extent of the law.
Well, fuck me if this scoundrel hasn't already done more than his fair share of shit. Well, either way, the fact is he attacked us, and in so doing he has trespassed against the majesty of the king. But in my view, anyone can make a mistake. And I'm a decent fella at heart, so I'm willing to let him go. For a price.
Look, Hensel and his associates had a good and just reason to attack you. So release him now, or I'll finish what they started.
What the? You're either tough as nails or a complete fucking idiot. But fine. I don't feel like finding out on account of that oath. Have it your way. He's all yours. Untie him and then fuck off. I don't want to see you here again.
What? Scram! Right now! Clear off!
Hey! By all the saints, don't leave me here! Thank you so much. You have no idea how grateful I am, but I'm not hanging around here any longer. Let's get out of here before those thieving bastards change their mind. Yeah, I am. All things considered. Thanks for rescuing me. You have no idea how grateful I am. God knows what they would have done to me in the end. All that aside, who are you, anyway?
Henry.
I'm Hensel, and I owe you big time, Henry. Though, in all honesty, I'm not sure why I was worth all that trouble. But grateful nonetheless.
Peter told me what happened.
Peter? Well, thank the saints for him. So he's safe and sound, is he?
In a manner of speaking. He got shot, but nothing serious.
What about Stislav?
From what I hear, Stislav made it out unscathed too. But what happened scared him so much he scarpered.
Sakra. At least he's alive. I was worried about them both. It's all my fault, you know. Oh, I dread to think what could have happened to him.
Listen, it wasn't exactly by chance that I ran into Peter either. I was looking for you in the village because of the Thunderstone you stole from Tomlin in Horsham, who by the way is royally fucking upset with you.
Well, I suppose I would be too if I were him. But I have to say, the whole Thunderstone idea was the stupidest I've ever had. It brought us no luck, no protection. Well, the opposite, in fact.
Let's forget that for a moment. What I really need to know is where the stone ended up.
You won't be surprised to hear. Ramed snatched it from me when I was captured. He didn't believe it had any powers, but he has a nose for money. That's all that matters to him. From what I heard, he sold it in Sukdal to some farmer's wife, I think he said, Mlada or something, well, from the edge of the village.
Sakra, that stone really is cursed. Well, there's nothing for it. I'm off to Sukdal.
Hold your horses. That wasn't the only thing I heard. There's this pond below Raborsh, right? And on the bank, across from the village, there's a small crag. Somewhere around there, they hid some of their spoils.
Clever. Take what you can, and stash the rest for later.
I'd have helped myself to it, but think of it as my way of thanking you. I just hope they weren't making it up, and you find something there.
I'll take a look around and see. Thanks for telling me.
Well, it's the least I can do. And good luck with that bloody stone. Though my advice would be to steer well clear of it.
I'm still curious about your Thunderstone story.
Well, as you wish. It's not as if I'll ever forget it, anyway.
Tell me the whole story from the beginning.
Well, it just pissed us off how Andrew was always extorting and bullying everyone. And not just us. The local lord who did nothing about it. And everybody in the village kept grumbling, but nobody took any action. I knew about Tomlin's stone, and I thought that with its help, we'd have the edge on them. That we'd help the people in the village. And make a bit of a name for ourselves around here. So when he refused to give it to us, I borrowed it from him. Well, I was thinking we'd give it back as soon as we'd sorted Andrew out. I'm serious. I swear.
And what about your expedition?
Well, first, we scouted the place on the sly, and then waited for some of his men to go out on patrol. We armed ourselves as best we could, and made our move, from the top of that rock there. We were almost there, but then Stislav stumbled or something, made a ruckus, and they spotted us. After that, everything happened so fast. I hollered and lunged at them. Peter was yelling something, so I thought he was behind me. All these shots were whizzing past as I charged at them, but nothing hit me. Well, then I got stuck in. They outnumbered us. In the end, I took a blow to the head. That was pretty much it for me.
What happened after you were captured?
I was scared, shitless. I thought they were going to kill me. One of them suggested just leaving me tied up in the woods or drowning me. But thankfully, Andrew disagreed. So they held me prisoner. I don't even know why.
And this Andrew and his soldiers, what were they doing here?
Andrew Ramed, they called him. He had this handsome hammer, shaped like a ram it was. And that's what they say he named himself after. Their orders were to keep watch out here. They had their own ideas of what that meant. They fleeced wayfarers, merchants, locals, wherever they could. No one was safe. They often grumbled that the army wasn't paying them properly. But if you ask me, they more than made up for it on the side. They even took someone's cow.
What are you going to do now?
Well, I don't know. Same as before, I suppose. There's nothing to keep us here, but I can see Peter and me staying another summer. Perhaps longer. I mean, it's nice here, and the village is protected by a strong fortress. It's a good place, if you ask me. You never know. I might find myself a piece of land, or marry into some.
Nice and slow. Easy, good horse. Go! Yeah. Whoa. Here, mutt. Look what I have for you. Go! Go! Die! Go! Die!
Fuck you, Horson!
Quick! Quick!
Good doggy. Good boy.
God bless.
I reckon a harvest will be good this year. I'd like to think so. Who knows what the sun will bring?
Greetings to you.
I heard you bought a Thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Rabors, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horshan way.
And? I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair and square, and for good money. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping. The stone is to heal him.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating, and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
A Minerva owl? I assume that doesn't bode well, does it?
No, not at all. An owl on your roof means death is closing in. That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone, I'm sure Peter would be gone by now.
So am I to understand that if your husband heals, you won't need the stone?
Well, a stone like this is a precious thing. It can still protect us from all manner of misfortune.
But you bought it to save your husband.
That may be, but I'll not be wanting to lose that stone.
How about this? I'll try to help your husband, and if I succeed, you'll gift me the stone.
Why would I do that? The stone is bound to help him.
What if the power of the stone brought me here to help your husband?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
So, how about we make a deal?
All right, but only if you help him.
Of course. I'll take a look at him and see what I can do.
And please hurry. With that owl and everything, I'm quite sure the Reaper's nearby. You'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look at him and see if there's anything I can do. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be able to explain a few things, especially if the patient himself isn't very communicative.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did draw you here. So, ask around on the farm if you need to. We'll all be at your service.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole room, just in case.
Do whatever it takes to help Peter.
Can you think of something that might help me heal him? Anything?
I can't. I'm desperate myself. I've tried just about everything. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. We've lived here for years. We go to church. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had some business in Pechgau, near Golin, but he came back empty-handed, breathless and confused. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Lord knows what he was doing in there. Then he went to bed, and since then, he's just been lying there. He doesn't eat. Not even the potions are helping. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't think he does. If I stopped sleeping too, our homestead would fall apart.
I'll ask him why he can't sleep. What's tormenting him?
Try that. He won't speak to me about anything. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Or maybe just protecting me from something. Farewell.
Peter, my name is Henry. I'm here to help you.
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me. As if Marda didn't have enough on her plate already.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter. It's strange.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
What are your nights like? Mladda said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. I try to sleep during the day, but it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep. Because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress, I'm always hearing hoofbeats, and they startle me.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress? What's so unusual about that?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Abatovitz, Suchtol is next. I'm sure of it.
I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts on the hands. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the workshop.
I told you. I'm not in any pain. Just let me lie here.
Irritability. No foul odour. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtol?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it. And us with it.
I don't know about that. What am I going to do with you, Peter? There's nothing wrong with you physically, so it must be an ailment of the soul. The chamomile decoctions will help calm your mind, but you'll have to change your diet as well, so you don't just drink potions. And last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. You'll be back on your feet in no time. I'll get things ready and be back soon.
My heart's going to break. Let it be over.
I examined Peter. His body is fine, but he's plagued by a crippling restlessness of soul.
What are we going to do about it? How do you heal the soul? A cold compress? Prayer?
Prayer certainly won't hurt, but don't worry. There are several things that could help Peter. Making the chamomile decoction is important. It's made of wine, chamomile, and sage. You boil them briefly together and strain it. It's not hard, and even if you don't do it exactly right, it'll still help Peter.
Would you bring him some before I learn to brew it?
I'll get everything. Just keep at it and don't give up.
Very well, but hurry. I'm worried about what's going on in his head, and that he'll do something to himself the Lord can never forgive. See you soon, my friend.
Peter, let's talk about how we can help you. I have some suggestions for treatment.
I'm listening.
You should drink the chamomile decoction.
Great. Another potion.
This one will help you sleep. Once your body gets used to sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, you'll feel much better. You'll see. Proper sleep will chase away the gloom. And if restlessness tries to take hold of you again, your body will have the strength to fight it. Every morning you'll be stronger and stronger until you're able to work again.
We'll see about that.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's passing through the country. I'm not much of a speaker, but let me tell you something from the heart. If you're scared of Sigismund's soldiers, trust me when I tell you, when it comes down to it, it ends up being a one-on-one fight. And you'd be surprised how much strength and courage you can find when you're backed into a corner. So don't run from your fear. Laugh in its face instead.
I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about Mlada.
Then keep reminding yourself of that. Look at me, a blacksmith's son. Why do you think I am who I am now? Because I decided I'll never turn my back on my loved ones again.
You're right. I mustn't leave Mlada to fend for herself.
Don't run from the fight. Especially the one going on inside your head. You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. First, ask Mlada to get you some honey and add it to your gruel.
You think some honey is gonna save me?
It'll give you stamina without irritating your stomach, first of all. But you have to admit Mother Nature has it well thought out. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding and feverfew with fevers, honey coats your humours so that they can't get out of balance so easily. Any melancholia wanting to take hold of you would have to make its way through thick honey, so it could hardly get from your stomach to your head. And soon you'll be as busy as a bee again, and getting on swimmingly. Which brings me to my next piece of advice. Start eating fish more regularly. Some nice fatty ones, ideally. Fat in the belly will surely stop gloom from getting through. Same as with the honey.
I suppose that makes sense.
A bit of prayer won't hurt. Lord, have mercy on Peter here, and lift from him the weight of his affliction. For you have laid upon him this affliction to try him. And you see that Peter, O Lord, endures your trial patiently and without contradiction. Unless you, O Lord, relieve Peter of his illness, no physician in the world can. I beg of you, O Lord, heal his soul and let his body once again find its lost balance. Amen.
Amen.
Well then, I've tried my best, and I hope it's helped at least a little. I'll come back in a few days and see how you and Mlada are doing.
cloud looked just like you.
I reckon it must have been a storm cloud then.
Huh? No, just an ordinary white one. But it had everything. Your hair, eyes, mouth. It was the spitting image of you. It must be a sign.
I reckon you're right. I saw your likeness just the other day too.
Really? Where? On the surface of the pond? Or was it in the sky as well?
That calf of ours gave me this dopey look. And you came straight to mind.
What? Christ, you can be a real bitch sometimes.
What would you like?
I'll have a look at your wares.
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
It's a strange war.
A strange and fucked up.
I apologize.
This fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed.
Greetings. What do you need?
What's going on around here?
Nothing much. Ever since our lord paid Chertan the ransom, there's peace around here. Although, there is this matter of the white deer. Or was it a fallow deer? But that doesn't matter. Someone poached it, and Huntsman Dobrush has nothing but trouble over it. So, if you want a job, go and see him. But let me tell you, don't be pushy. Ask him first how things are in his territory and such.
I understand. He's not too keen on talking about it, eh?
Exactly. He takes it right personal. He really doted on that creature, and that's about it. Or at least I haven't heard about anything else.
That sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What's going on around here?
Nothing much, fortunately. And thank God and St. John the Baptist for that. We've suffered enough in this war.
I need to stock up on supplies. Where would I find some merchants?
Well, lad, there's nothing but farmers here. Merchants only stop by once in a while. You have to go somewhere else to trade. But if you want to buy food, I'm at your service. Or you can go and see young Holba, who lives in the village green and grows fruit and vegetables. Oh, and if you need to repair something, there is a smithy right across from them.
I need new clothes and shoes. Do you know of anyone?
The nearest tailor can be found in Miskovitz. That's the village through the forest here, halfway to Kuttenberg. And for new shoes, it's always best to go to the city.
That local blacksmith probably doesn't make armor, does he?
Nah, he certainly doesn't. He can fix pretty much anything, but otherwise he only makes tools and horseshoes. On the contrary, you can find the best smithies in the city. They flutter around the mines like flies and shit.
Where can I find a horse trader here?
Unfortunately, here in the village they only raise horses for the harness. But Hannah in Grund has nice riding horses. It's best if you go on the main road to Miskovitz, and then north through Horshan. You can't miss it. There are all these old mine shafts all over the place.
Where can I find a miller?
Not here. But down in Verklitz there are a few mills. Farmers from all over the area bring their grain there. It's quite a long way. You have to go through Bisoka and then Mesolas, which was recently burned down by Sigismund's wicked men.
I'll be with you, sir.
Farewell. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ be praised.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
What do you have for sale?
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Go!
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I need something repaired.
Great! Happy to be of service. What can I do for you?
Show me your wares.
I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Greetings to you.
What do you have for sale?
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
Look what I have for you.
Greetings to you. You have a kind master.
Quick! Go! Ka! Ka! Go! Ka! Quick! Quick! Ka! Quick! Ka!
Did you manage to get them all back?
Ka! Ka!
Come on, then.
Now you're gonna get it!
What was that? Violent. Nobody lived by the
I'll
Bible
hack your
these
arse
days.
off!
Put him in a stop. What are you doing?
Why
Come
did
on,
you
then.
do that? These days, no one's ever really safe.
How terrible.
Ain't had enough yet?
What are you doing? Hang him. Goodness gracious! Are you all right? Wake up! Quick!
What's going on around here?
Martha, the wife of our blacksmith here, came complaining a while ago. She arranged a job for her old man, but he doesn't like it. He won't even let his apprentice do it. And it's a pity you weren't here earlier. There was a fight.
Some drunks had a fight?
No, that's just the point. A bunch of brutes laid into a lad. I think they were after him. If I hadn't called the bailiff, he could have ended up a lot worse.
And who was the lad?
A hired hand from Vysoka, a village up the hill. I think his name is Pavel.
And you don't know why they beat him up?
You'll have to ask him yourself. He wouldn't tell me anything. He acted like nothing had happened.
And what was the lad's name? Pavel?
Yes, Pavel. He's a hired hand in Vysoka.
Thanks. Anything else?
There are also bands of vagrants wandering around here, so something will definitely happen sooner or later.
Right here?
Not yet, but people are already afraid to stick their noses out at night, especially after that fight with those blokes from Prague.
What happened?
They were acting like they owned the place, drinking and eating like pigs. Our lads told them politely to take a walk, and they did too, but not before beating our lads up like dogs. And what did the bailiff do? Not a thing. He's an old yellow belly. So now the lads are practicing fighting with their bare hands, so it won't happen again. All in secret, of course. And we're still getting robbed by that customs collector fella. The bailiff is looking for someone to get rid of this mangy bandit, but so far, to no avail, even though there's a bounty on his head. Here and in Suchtol, by Frenzel. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. Could I take part in these fights too?
But of course. My son runs them. He's the strongest one here and he loves to brag about it. I can't listen to it anymore. If you beat that lout, I'll give you something on the tavern's tab. What do you say?
Why not try it? I'm in. We can start right away.
They meet in the pen behind the inn, so they won't be seen. Tell them I sent you, but don't let the bailiff catch you. He'd give you a hard time, and me too.
I know about your son already, but tell me about the others.
They're hired hands, just like him. Venza is the son of a farmer, and Pascal is from the blacksmiths.
I'm certain I'll get on with Pascal. We're in the same trade.
You're a blacksmith too? Well, that'll be a right hammering then.
Thanks. That'll be all. What's going on around here?
I haven't heard about anything. And you won't find any work with me either.
Can I spend the night here? Just the one night's enough. All I need is to spend the night.
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. Agreed. I'll pay. Here's some groschen for you.
Thank you, and a good night to you, sir.
Where can I spend the night?
Behind the tavern, there's a shed next to the barn. You can sleep there.
How was your trip? The journey itself was great. No delays, nice weather. But I've got to say, it's a scary place out there. Nothing but footpaths and tough, eh? Keep saying
What does the innkeeper say about these fights of yours?
Not much. Why do you ask?
He's afraid you'll get into trouble. You beat the wrong bloke just once, and that's it.
What do you know about it?
I once fought with a nobleman.
No bloody way. And how did you enjoy the pillory? Did they give you a proper whipping?
I swear, it's true. And the punishment I got was far worse. I'm still acting as a squire for that whelp.
At least you have a story to tell in the tavern. Not everyone can boast that.
I just knew it.
You have a kind master, then. Ave Maria.
But never woke up. It's a mystery.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing things.
And he was dead in the morning? Poor thing.
Aye. He had his whole life in front of him, and next thing you know, he's been buried.
I can't go any further. It's too deep. Could this be Janos Uher?
Greetings to you two.
Greetings to you, friend.
My humble respects.
How about trying your luck at dice?
What game would you like to play?
Wagoners.
Let's play.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
One more, and I'm off.
Innkeeper, have you got anything to eat?
Aye, that'll do.
What was all that about yesterday?
You mean at our house? Nothing. Why?
Here.
My husband was coming back from the tavern and said the whole house was lit up.
Ah, that. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Sorry. It just made me so furious
It's
I got
yours.
it out of my mind. My husband, the Holzkopf, didn't pay his Steuern because he claims he has a piece of paper saying he doesn't have to. He said that to the tax collector, who told him to bring the document to the Rathaus.
Let me guess. The deadline was today.
Ganz genau. So the Arschloch went scrambling from room to room looking for it. Because of course he forgot where he put it. He lost
That's
his
enough.
temper.
Your
He was
turn.
cursing like mad. Because of course he thought that I must have put it somewhere.
So what happened in the end?
Well, I didn't kill him, lucky for him. But he didn't find it either, because he realized he'd left it at his uncle's shop in Colin. The trottel.
Aha. So what now? I reckon
Closing
he'll have to take a
time.
trip to Colin.
Come again
Ich weiß.
tomorrow,
He went
perhaps.
crawling to the Rathaus today to beg for a pardon. We'll see.
We're closing. No more beer. I'm closing up.
Aye, that'll do.
Drink up. We're closing.
No, that's as far as I go.
Have you been fighting again?
Aye. Today, just like every other day.
What's his problem?
Well, he keeps asking me for... You know what.
A large beer for me.
That?
Aye. All the bloody time.
Christ! What a pig!
That's what
Damn
I
it!
told him.
That can't be possible!
What kind of a pig eats fish with mushroom sauce? There should be a law against it. Or even an 11th commandment.
Greetings.
Good day to you.
Show me your wares.
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
God bless.
What's new around here, blacksmith?
That soldier who recently offered us work comes to mind. He was looking for a blacksmith and saying some pretty suspicious things. I don't want to get involved with any soldiers from Sigismund's camp, but if you really need money, try going to see him. Alas, that's all I know.
All right, thank you. I'll look into it.
Have a nice evening.
Here you go. But that's the last one you'll get today.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Oh, Christ, what a day that was. I apologize.